Good morning from Hogan Lake. As you can see, the sun is out. The wind has died down. Looks like we might actually have our first really nice day today. Getting all of our gear packed up, having a little breakfast. A little bit of oatmeal. And we also had some Stroopin waffles, I think they're called. First experienced that on a United Airlines flight for breakfast in the morning. They were pretty good, so I bought some. And they're small, they're chewy, and sweet. Just what you need to get you started. Well, we just left our campsite over here on Hogan Lake, and we're heading over to the 3,750 meter portage. That's approximately about 2.5 miles. I think we can handle it. What do you think, Ronnie?
Oh, bring it on.
Bring it on. So we have really nice weather.
Cold, wet weather last
Wet weather's gone, cold weather's gone for now, and we are rolling. So we're pretty excited about the weather today. And Hogan Lake is absolutely beautiful right now. It is so bright I got to lower my iris here to make the view a little better. There we go. We slayed out on an island last night. Wind started to die down. About midnight, got up and the stars were out. Getting a bit of a late start. It is now 9:45 a.m. That is my fault. I decided to sleep in a little bit and take my time. Thank you, Ronnie, for letting me sleep in. I needed it.
You're welcome.
Ronnie doing some stretching as we're about to hit the long portage today. So we're just finishing up the portage here into Big Crow Lake. We started about 10:15. It's now just about 11:30, so it didn't take us too long to do it. But beautiful day. Cart trail came in nice and handy, and the wind has picked up a bit, so the mosquitoes should hopefully be off our backs, and we'll get some lunch here shortly. Well, we've just gotten onto Crow Lake, Big Crow Lake here. We've completed the 3,750 meter portage in 1 hour and 15 minutes, single carry. Ronnie took the canoe majority of the way, tough guy that he is. Going to be canoeing into some wind here in just a little bit. Absolutely gorgeous day.
There he is.
What's happening?
Looking good. Beautiful day.
Absolutely.
We just had our lunch. Beef jerky with mayonnaise on a pita bread.
Peanut butter,
Peanut butter.
cheese and crackers.
Yep. That's how we roll.
Take a look over there. You'll see the high peak over there where the fire tower once used to be. We're gonna stop down at the ranger cabin there and then take a hike up there.
You can see the fire tower from here.
Yes, you can see the old remnants of the fire tower. We're hiking up the fire tower trail here at Big Crow Lake. It's a little, well, it's not well maintained, but they don't really maintain it. No words can describe what I'm seeing right now. This is a view of Crow Lake, Big Crow. We just walked the fire tower trail. It was straight uphill, but we made it. And you can see where we came in from the portage at the far end there. Ronnie, you had just climbed the fire tower trail on Big Crow Lake.
Yeah,
Would you say it was worth it?
It was worth the climb, man, but it was a hell of a climb. Especially after you've been canoeing for what, 35, 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Then you just came down a 3,000 meter...
3750 meter portage.
3750.
And we had lunch after that, so you had a full belly.
Then we kayaked for another 40 minutes and climb up, what, 1,000 meter? Feels like it. But it's all worth it because of this.
Beautiful view.
It's a gorgeous view, man. I mean, I can just stay all day. It's mesmerizing. You see all the people coming up?
Yeah.
Gosh. Oh, beautiful Canada.
That's why they had the fire tower up here. They could see any fire from any distance. As you've heard in the video earlier, we were complaining about rain and cold. Now it's too hot. So I'm just going to quit and go home right now because this is terrible. I don't like seeing what I see out here.
It's horrible.
It's awful. Those of you at home, you don't want to come here. There's nothing to see here.
Nothing to see.
Please disperse.
Yes. Stay home.
Absolutely awesome.
Gorgeous view.
I mean, I don't know how high up we are, but
I would say it's at least 500 meters.
500 meters?
From the lake bottom.
Just happened to bring our little GPS spot device.
Nice.
So our advertising for the trip here is Spot Gen 3. It has 4 messages. One message is a check-in button that says, hey, it tells your loved ones via email that you're okay. Custom message, you can write a custom message. We like to say this is where we're staying at a campsite overnight. Then there's a help button. You can press this button, pull open the flap, and it sends a help-related message or a special message to a loved one to tell. You give them instructions on what to do. So in our case, if we had a slight injury, not life-threatening, but needed some help, we could press that button, and our wives would go ahead and reach out to local authorities to send somebody to come save us. Or you've got the SOS button. We're going to leave that closed, but if you press that button, Life Flight comes, the whole army comes, the whole world comes to save you, and it's very expensive. So we will leave that one closed. But I'm going to go ahead and check us in right here and say that we're okay. So you press and hold the OK button until you see the light come on, and now it's syncing up GPS, and now it's going to send a message from right here with our GPS coordinates. So when we get back home, we'll be able to look at this on the map and find out how high we really were.
Sweet. All right, man.
So here we are at Crow River. We just entered here. We've already completed one portage, and now we are on a little swift. And we just kind of got a little hung up. But we're going to take a break, hang out, watch the water go by real fast. Splash-a-roni. Fish just jumped in front of you, huh? So we've seen about like 8 fish jump here just recently. We're thinking they're trout. Looking forward to trying to catch some later. How about those mosquitoes in that last portage? 1330 portage, and the mosquitoes are everywhere. Yep. But got back out in the boat, and we're going to get to our campsite here real soon, and we'll take a bath, have a fire, have some food. Oh, we made it to our campsite here on Crow River. Roni's already getting the wood cut. Look at all that other wood he's cut there. Some of that was already left for us. We've both taken a nice bath in the river, cleaned up. Mosquitoes stopped bothering us for a little bit. Then once we warmed up, they came and found us again. Kind of a pretty wide open campsite. Lots of spots to put a tent, pretty flat. Lots of places to hang a hammock. And as we're finding at this site here, there's probably been a ton of nails that have been installed, pounded into the trees. guessing that's by hammock lovers, because they're really large nails and they're everywhere. They probably stick out like, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches out of each tree. No, I think you got to cut a little more. Oh, that's hard wood right there.
Man, it is.
That's how you split it right there. Hey, don't lose that piece of wood.
Hey, don't worry. Damn.
Campfire going. Lots of our gear. Supper cooking. We're having lasagna. And then we'll also have some apple crisp for dessert. So our journey today began in the Hogan Islands, and we ended up coming down the long portage. Took us an hour and 15 minutes. And we went to, on Crow Lake, right here, there's a little tower trail. We went up that. That was pretty steep. We went up with some water, and we got up to the tower, and then just to the right of the tower was a trail that was not well maintained either, and we got a nice view of Crow Lake. We continued on over here on the Crow River, and very buggy portage right here, the 1220, and then we stopped right here at the campsite. The man's got to dry his socks.
Yes, sir.
He is not roasting them to eat. He is drying them off. I'm surprised Algonquin let you in with those pair of shorts you got on right now.
Hey, man, you gotta be patriotic, you know? So, gotta represent.
Well, another day in paradise. We just left our campsite about 10 minutes ago. We're on the Crow River, heading towards Lavieille, I think it's called, Lake Lavieille. We've got sunshine so far, but the weather forecasted rain today. So we've got our rain jackets available just in case.
Morning, Bill.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning.
It sure is.
Got a quiet morning. Gonna sneak up on a moose today.
Moose, huh? They must be on the loose.
Yes. looking for a river to float down on. My plan is to.
We have paddled our way into Crow Bay. We just rounded the corner and are coming up to the lake, Lavieille. I think I said it right finally. Mosquitoes on that last portage at the end were absolutely awful. We did a mad dash, get in the canoe and get out. But so far, no rain, touch wood. And we're gonna cruise on up here and get some food and then may brave the big waters. We've made it to Lake Lavieille. I think after saying it about 1,000 times, I can say it correctly now. I'm sure there are people at home who can tell me that I was mistaken and still said it wrong. But what I want to point out is as I'm panning the camera, there is nobody on this lake other than Aroni and myself. And that is not something you can say you can have in Texas or Vermont or anywhere that we live and travel. What do you think, Roni? That's correct. It is relatively calm. We were getting nervous about the wind being head right in front of us or really hard from the south, and it's not that bad. So we're on our portage here, heading over to back to the Crow River from Lake Lavieille, and we're gonna head over to Mallik Lake. 2 more short portages after this, and we'll be there.
Howdy. I'm looking for a river.
Good luck finding it.
All right, thank you very much for your help, sir.
We've arrived at Mallik Lake. There are 3 campsites here. The first campsite we came to on a hill was taken. The next site was almost unreachable because there was too much weed and stuff growing in front of the campsite, and it was pretty much, you really couldn't get to it, so it needs to get some maintenance done to it. So we took the one here. It's the third one, which is the one on the Portage Trail as well. That'll help us tomorrow get an early start so we can do one less effectively portage. Roni's got the fire going already. Natural mosquito repellent. There's the trail down to the portage. I remember seeing a video of some guys doing some trekking, and they were using hammock tents, and the only place where he could have left for a hammock tent was here between that tree and that tree, and he apologized to everybody watching it, and that was the only space left for him to hang his hammock because the other sites were full. So there is room. They can always go around over here. And then there's really only one really good tent spot over here. It's just off to the left side as you come up on the campsite, and here is Mallik Lake. Our trek today, we started at the Crow River campsite. Went down those 4 portages. They needed a little bit of maintenance on them. Came across the lake, had a little bit of wind from south to north. No problems. Came across all the way over to Mallik Lake. We're only taking the canoe for a little stroll. Had a little rain earlier.